when he asked me to be president, it was such a real honour. And I think I said yes before even asking what it was. And then I looked into it and I was like, right, this is right up my street, or right up my field. And I was like, 100%, I'm fully committed. And I think people always expect me to speak about football, and that was what I used the local field or local green space for, to get a football, go for a kick around with my friends. And that feeling of feeling safe, I think my parents were like, yeah, go and play because we know where you are. You'd pick up a cricket bat or a tennis racket. And I think that's where a lot of people do fall in love with sport. Which sport do you enjoy playing most? And none of that would have happened unless you had this green space where you felt safe. So yeah, it has made me think a lot, because without access to them areas, would I have gone on to play football? Maybe not, because I wouldn't have had the opportunity to kick a ball for the first time in my local park. And then I didn't know that my local park wasn't protected. That was kind of a shock to me. And I think the feeling of thinking somebody could just take that away, that would impact my life, my family's life, so many of our kind of neighbours' life. And yeah, it definitely does make you think about things differently. One thing that really struck me is when we've had a chance to go and speak to children and members of the public, and just kind of realising that a field is so much more than a field to so many different people. I'm just a lot more aware of kind of where they may be building on green spaces, where there is parks, where there is that availability. I always say to my friends, can you walk to a local park as well? So I think some of the stats that we've found out throughout doing this have shocked me, that there's quite a lot of people that can't walk to a local park. Ever since I've stepped into this role, everybody I've spoke to who is involved is so fully committed to protecting them green spaces. You feel it, and suddenly you feel part of a team. And when you feel part of a team, you just want to do more and more and more. So I really feel a responsibility to do as well as we can moving forward, and just kind of putting the world in a better place for the next generation. And that for me definitely includes green spaces. I always speak about sport for children, mental health, physical health, connections, learning to win and lose. Like sport, it just teaches you about life. It's not just about sport. But yeah, it's a real honour to be involved in the 100th year. As you say, we're not going to be here for 200 years, but hopefully there'll be a lot more fields that will be.